This is the Blaring Out with Eric Blair show, and I'm pleased to have Phil Anselmo on my show today, lead singer of Super Joint Ritual. Now, how important were bands like Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, and Venom to your musical evolution?
Absolutely. Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath to me, well, very short story. I went offshore to work when I was 12 years old with my stepfather, and he had a commercial boat that was not a 90-foot boat, and we would fish for profit. And all I brought with me on my Walkman was Black Sabbath Sabotage.
Yeah.
And it changed my entire, just watching the sea and just all this, what was surrounding me, the atmosphere surrounding me, and that music were uncomparable, because Symptom of the Universe, Hole in the Sky. Oh, for God's sake.
That stuff just kicks ass. Ozzy's voice on there is awesome.
So anyway, Sabbath, 12 years old, I'm just telling you, I've loved them.
Yeah.
And Venom, of course, a friend of mine bought the record. He said, "You have got to borrow this." So I, took it home, and he goes, "Don't let anyone see it," And I'm checking out the cover and the back of it, and it's "We drink the vomit of the priests," et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like 14. And I put the record on. And I had the headphones on, and I don't think there has been a record since then that has scared me. Truly scared me. The way not Hell Awaits, that's Slayer. That's my favorite Slayer album. No, not Welcome to Hell.
Black Metal?
Black Metal.
Oh, you love that album.
It changed my life for that general type of band. They were raw as hell, and there's something so disgusting about Venom, and they were satanic on top of that, and they used all of the imagery, the goat of Mendes, and whatever, I was just taken quite aback. And you mentioned one other band, I could tell you. You said Sabbath, Venom,
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. Forget it. The ultimate first true. Well, Sabbath was before, but they were different. They were the band that inspired bands like Iron Maiden and other heavy metal bands that had that jin 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 double guitar thing going. And but Iron Maiden was beautiful also, with their harmonies and stuff that they would do. And personally, I'm a Paul Di'Anno fan, which was their first singer.
Yeah.
And
Killers.
The Killers. I brought it with me.
That's such a great album.
Oh man, yeah. Iron Maiden was great. And Judas Priest, however, were the kings. Rob Halford, for that style of vocal, heavy metal vocalist, when you think of the guy who sings high and, also sings that metal growl and all this, attitude behind his voice. He is the king.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Oh, he's the king, man.
He likes to be called the metal god.
Okay, he can be the metal god. I'm the king of metal.
I want to talk about you overcoming the addiction.
In my case, I really want people to understand that it was more or less, I felt so strong here that I thought that there was nothing in the world that could take me down, that could kick my ass. It did. It won. If there were a true real entity of evil in this world, it is that. And to be honest with you, I purposefully dabbled as an experiment with my body, with my tolerance, with what I could take. I wanted to feel the gutter. Something in me needed to go through it. I don't know why. Maybe it was guilt from getting so much so soon and early. And my favorite bands are bands that haven't made a dime in their entire career. I'm a real motherfucker. And I needed to feel it the real way. There's no way I could hear it from someone's mouth and know about it. There's no way I could explain it to you if you haven't been a part of it. But it's the true, ultimate, incarnate evil.
Right on.
It's the worst thing in the world. And to get away from it was hard in a way. But if you really put your mind to overcoming, this is bullshit. I've had enough. I'd had enough. And I knew that I had to get as strong as possible to even halfway bring super joint ritual to the people. For super joint ritual, I need to be 1,000%. And right now, I feel like I'm about 75, 80%. I do have an injury, but I'm not going to go into that. To me, that's no excuse. That's just another crutch. Screw that. It feels wonderful to be back, and it feels wonderful to see that the people have not left me. The true hardcore people have not left me.
Cool.
And I'm back for them.
Right on.